Running with the runners. 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 Running with the runners.
What is going on? You are running with the runners. It's Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. It's time to load up the bags, kids, and get on the rocket ship before it takes off. As always, I got my good brother here, Ricardo Hamilton, aka Mims, making it make sense. Mims, are you ready to go past Mars to Jupiter, Saturn, and out of the solar system?
Man, we out of the galaxy with it. We've been out of the galaxy with it. We fired up and excited as always, folks. You know, we've been putting you guys on the secrets, the platforms, the systems on how to build wealth, educating you on the devaluation of the dollar, inflation, and where the economy is going, and how to capitalize on it with the right assets and systems. So this is some next level stuff that's taking place right now. Literally, we're in the largest, greatest, and most significant time period in wealth transfer ever in history. I hope you guys are plugged in, running with the runners. I hope you guys like this out, share this out, because the information that we've been sharing for years now is changing people's lives. A lot of people are ignorant actually to the reality that they live in and how this paradigm was made. And we've been exposing the matrix, okay, and showing people how to win. And we're winning in ways that, you know, we could only have imagined, and even greater. And we're excited to help even more and more people across the world reach their dreams of financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. But I'm fired up and excited as always, brother, for the show that we got for people tonight. Make sure y'all like this out, share this out. What's going on, Mike? How are you?
Well, man, listen, every day I wake up as a Texas Ranger, and it's just like a dream come true. I got the gold star today, Mims.
You're not Don DeMarco. You're not Don DeMarco for the Texas Ranger, man. Come on.
Hey.
Let's get it.
I had it lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys missed our special live stream last Thursday, thanks to Ricardo and all the runners and our team and Mitchell and Angie and Bobby Gray, Steve Boone, too many people to thank. I was able to hit Texas Ranger. If you don't know what that means, we'll explain it later, but it's a huge honor to be able to serve our entire community and help people get educated about crypto and this blockchain wealth transfer that is happening right now. So much news to get into, guys. Let's get right into it. I got this great video, Mims. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but your intro was perfect for it. Because again, guys, the number one reason for all the things wrong in the world, poverty, crime, people struggling, and then you could even go into, you know, violent crime. You know, if people have money and everything's set for them, most of the time they're not going to go out and hurt people, right? And so I found this awesome video today that talks about why this happened. Mims, let me make sure you can hear this.
Jekyll Island, November 1910. 7 bankers meeting in secret to create America's central bank. We just can't call it that. The 1907 panic nearly destroyed us. Banks failed, fortunes vanished. We want to control America's money supply, create booms, trigger busts, and profit from both. And how will we do that? We'll create money from nothing, loan it to the government, and charge interest. Legal counterfeiting, my friends.
Oh, man, this is right up your alley.
Oh, I love it. That's priceless. You know, this is what they set up from the beginning, but they would have never have said this. They would have never exposed what they were doing in Esplanade. This is funny. The AI and information that we have today is crazy, folks. This is, you know, this is a total revolution of consciousness and understanding of how the world that we operate in right now. But this AI and this video is so true, folks. So make sure you guys really understand what he's saying is true, because we can see the effects of what they have done in 1913 today in 2025. The system is being exposed right now. And it's a crisis, but there's also opportunity for those who understand what's been going on, what's going on, but also the opportunity that they have because where we're about to go.
Legal money printing, where they are robbing all of us every single day.
But there's a cost. Every dollar we print steals value from existing dollars. It's a hidden tax that flows directly to us. And it gets worse. If we ever get off the gold standard, governments can print money for wars. Endless wars become possible and profitable. Since Americans hate central banks, we'll call it the Federal Reserve. Sounds governmental, doesn't it? It's not. The president will appoint board members, but we'll pick who he appoints. We'll have 12 regional banks. Looks decentralized, democratic even, but New York banks control them all. That's us. You're probably wondering how we're going to get this through Congress. December 23rd, 1913. Most of Congress home for Christmas. Perfect timing for passing unpopular legislation. I'll publicly oppose our own bill in Congress. They'll pass it thinking they beat Wall Street. We'll fund university chairs, write the textbooks. They'll teach our system as economic science. Beautiful. Every American born after this will inherit debt on money we created from nothing. Generational servitude. The Federal Reserve. Not federal, no reserves. But everyone will think it's their government protecting them.
Good afternoon.
Man, that thing right, we have to do another live stream just on that video and really educate and break down what they were really saying and what really took place. And one of the big psychological tricks that they play, where he talked about, we would talk bad about something so that you were voting for it, and really as if they were against it, but they were hoping. It's the Hegelian dialectic. You see, they're pushing you and ushering in you into the favorable outcome that they want anyway, but they try to make it seem like that they weren't for it in the beginning in the first place. But man, Mike definitely sent that video to me. That video was fire. It literally breaks down, and Mike mentioned it, why we have the problems that we have in the world today. And I say this all the time. Public enemy number one is the Federal Reserve. Public enemy number one is the private central bank that has no reserve and it's not federal, right? That video was fire though.
Yeah, I just, I was scrolling today, getting ready for the call, and I saw that. I was like, wow, because I had never seen that before. So it must be pretty new. But yeah, I think that's a live stream in and of itself. But again, guys, it's legal plunder. Every day, the value of your dollars is going down. And if you're not getting assets that are rare and scarce, you're going to lose. We're going to cover some big news now, guys. It's crazy to me, Mims, how every single week we come on and document the greatest wealth transfer in human history. There's I can't even fit them all in the live. I mean, there's just so much positive news in this space.
Oh yeah.
I saw Mims, you posted this on Facebook. Liquid staking activities and tokens are not considered securities. This is straight from the SEC. Okay, liquid staking basically means where you kind of put your tokens into a wallet or what people might think of as a bank account, and you earn interest or tokens, but instead of in dollars, it's in a cryptocurrency token or coin or blockchain. So that is massive because, the last administration would be suing people and, doing all this stuff for them, doing staking, which is ridiculous. So huge news with that.
And let me say this so people can understand, whether you like Trump or not, whether you like this administration or not, you have to understand what they're doing. Okay. They're giving the power and the economic prosperity back to the people. For so long, decades now, there have been restrictions and ways to inhibit the average person to build real wealth, okay? To get access to ways to have their money work for them so they didn't have to work for the money, okay? And so when you're looking at blockchain and DeFi and you're seeing that the SEC is saying that these things are not securities and this is not securities, they're opening up your ability to put your money, your assets, your labor, your time, your energy to work for you, where before you wouldn't have been able to do that because you had to go through a accredited institution, you had to be an accredited investor, you had to have X amount of dollars. Listen, this is a whole new world. It's you're living in the same timeline, but there's literally a whole new world being presented for you right before your eyes. And if those who don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, you're going to get wiped out. You're going to get left behind in the old system. And unfortunately, so many people are asleep right now. They have no idea what this means, what's going on, because they're not financially literate. They're not paying attention to the dollar. They're not paying attention to currencies and economics. And this is why we've been doing shows every single week. And we've been talking about gold and silver and crypto and explaining the legislation and what's been legitimized and how you can capitalize, because this is the time. This is the most significant time period ever in history. This time period that we're living in will be talked about, studied, and debated for centuries to come. You're living in the most significant time period in history, and we as the runners don't want you to miss that. We are going to make it make sense the best that we can so that you can make sure that if you didn't come from a wealthy family, that a wealthy family can come from you.
That is why we call him Mims, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go through a couple headlines real quick, Mims. There's so many of them. Just in, White House prepares executive order to fine banks that discriminate against crypto companies and conservatives. Donald Trump, ladies. U.S. trade deficit plummets 16% in 1 month from May to June. Holy crap, the president's plan is working.
Yeah, we're looking at a great reset, folks. So a lot of these things that you're seeing, and understand something, you have to be mindful or at least open to the fact that wherever you're getting your news from, there is another alternative outlet that is presenting an opposite argument to what you are being instructed to believe is reality. And it is incumbent upon you to listen to both sides, because the truth is somewhere in the middle. Okay, so many people are stuck in their present paradigm and understanding of how the world works and what is right and what is wrong. They have this cognitive dissonance to where they won't even look at information that exposes the opportunity but contradicts the reality that they relieve. And this is why we're sharing this information, so you guys can understand that the world has changed, and you have to challenge your way of thinking. You have to challenge what you thought you knew. You have to evolve. If you're not evolving, you're stagnant. And anything that's stagnant is dying. You have to evolve. And so when you're seeing legislation, when you're seeing information like this coming out with this government and with this administration and with blockchain and crypto and with the monetary system, you have to stop and think and focus on what is your opportunity, what's available to you, and how it can change your life.
Yeah, boy.
Well, this just made me crack up today, Ricardo. President Trump says anti-crypto Elizabeth Warren is a loser. And again, this is the administration that was in control from 2020 to 2024. Gary Gensler, Biden, suing people, destroying people's lives, sending goons in to raid families and scare children because their parents were in crypto and not doing anything wrong. Just horrible people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's see.
And Mike, even we had adverse effects from the last administration because we were a part of a project that had real value that would have been, here today and I believe doing a lot of great things in the global economy and making a lot of people money. But because we had an administration that was blocking innovation, that was blocking blockchain-based projects, we experienced, firsthand, the corruption, and the abuse and the tyranny of a previous administration. But that's why FBI, open up. Oh God! Yo, what? Hey, go! Yo. Oh, that was a new one, Mike, right there.
Yeah, baby. I'm on the soundboard tonight.
FBI.
Wait. Hey, y'all got crypto?
To help people.
You're trying to become rich?
Yeah, right. You trying to make money? You trying to help your friends and your family? You got dreams of doing something big for humanity? How dare you? But we got an administration that's for the people now. So I hope you guys capitalize on this opportunity that we make.
All right. Brazil Parliament to hold first hearing on National Strategic Bitcoin Reserve August 20th. Largest economy in South America is about ready to start buying Bitcoin. All right, this is another good one too. It's really quick. Let me play this one. This is on Fox today saying Natalie Brunel says, I'm a Bitcoiner because it truly fixes the biggest monetary problem, which is inflation and the destruction of our savings. It is the lifeline to allow us to save in something that no one can print, no one can confiscate or debase. So let's hear from her really quick.
I'm a Bitcoiner because it truly fixes the biggest monetary problem, which is inflation and the destruction of our savings.
The gulf between the haves and have-nots.
Exactly.
Right. You pointed this out earlier in the conversation, but this is so critical as to why more and more people who've lost faith in the system to a degree are saying this might be the savior.
Right. It's the lifeline to allow us to save in something that no one can print, no one can confiscate and debase. And it's something that gives so many people hope for the future, because the one thing I do think that the world needs is more economic empowerment for the average individual, for the worker.
Mims, that's us, man.
Yeah.
That's what we've been talking about for 6 years now.
Yeah. No, it's powerful, and that's the thing. That's why, there's a lot of things that is going to happen in this economy. There's a lot of things that are going to happen globally. And it's so important that you monitor your frequency of thought. You monitor your expectations and how you're feeling and what you're thinking. It's a daily thing that you must do. You must consciously be focused on your health and well-being. You consciously need to be focused on your wealth, okay, and well-being, okay, because otherwise you're going to get caught up in the matrix. And they control the present matrix, but there's a new matrix emerging. So I want you to really be, manifesting and focus on what you want in life, because I'm telling you something, the planet is even operating on a different frequency. The cosmos is even operating on a different frequency. And you need to make sure that you're tapping into that frequency so you can attract the reality, the lifestyle, and the people around you that you want, that you deserve. Otherwise, if you keep doing the same thing that you've been doing, you're going to get the same results, and you're going to attract the same people who are going to give you the same results that you didn't want in the first place. There's a conscious reality and there's a subconscious reality. There's a voluntary reality and there's an involuntary reality. And you need to be aware of all of those realities, and you become the master of your own destiny and put yourself in position to win.
Perfect.
All right, let's see here. What's next? The U.S. SEC just dropped a bomb on the markets. Compliant stablecoins are now being recognized as cash equivalents, a historic shift that could unleash billions in institutional capital. This is massive for the adoption of XRP and RLUSD are perfectly positioned. The CFTC just launches initiative to enable spot crypto trading on federally registered exchanges. Mims, this all happened in the last 48 hours. Also, Goldman Sachs expects the Federal Reserve to begin cutting interest rates in September, which means money printer go burr, which means there's more money in the world, which means the price of assets go up. So, guys, this is it. You pack your bags in August, because in September, it's going to be too late.
Listen, God works in mysterious ways. I'm saying a lot of people don't even realize what they're embarking on right now, the timing that we're in the world right now, and the opportunity that you have. And a little bit goes a long way. And I'm telling you, God works through people. And when we talk about the wealth of the wicked laid up with the righteous, or we talk about the meek shall inherit the earth, I'm just trying to tell you right now, the information that's coming out, the verification, the validity, the confirmation that's coming out right now for what we are a part of and where we are and the assets that we're holding right now is literally, putting us in position to literally create generational wealth. You see, there are people on the planet who don't think about money. There are people that they don't, money is an illusion. There are people on the planet who live like that today. I'm telling you right now, a lot of us on this live stream and people who are watching and getting this information who are plugged into this opportunity, money will be the last thing that you think about. You're going to think about helping people. You're going to be thinking about being a blessing. You're going to be thinking about doing things that you don't even realize that you're going to think about, that you ain't thinking about right now, because your mind is going to be opened up to a whole nother reality that you can't even perceive right now, because you're bogged down with the challenges of your present situation, which is an illusion, because it's a matter of time. You see, but we will go live and we share this information to help people dream and think bigger. Don't get caught up in the illusion. Don't buy the fear. Don't buy the distractions.
Nope.
Focus on what you want, and you're going to manifest and attract that. Make sure y'all run with the runners and get these assets.
So this one, Mims, I was excited about because I was a teacher for 17 years, And at some point, I'm supposed to get a pension. I can't remember how old I have to be. But my whole life teaching, I was like, there's no way they're going to have anything in this pension fund because the pension funds are gone. Like Kiyosaki talks about this all the time. Yeah. But there is some hope. Okay. Michigan, where I live, their pension fund just announced to buy $10.7 million worth of a Bitcoin ETF. The state pension funds are now buying Bitcoin. Yeah. And I read an article from the Detroit Free Press, and it was hilarious because it was still like very negative about crypto. And they would find some professor be like, well, actually, this carries a significant risk. It's like, the pension funds are failing, you idiot. What the heck are you talking about? Yeah. And I think they have about 30 million total on their balance sheet. But guys, imagine if just 5% of all pension funds start doing this. And then you got the states, and then you got Brazil, and then the government start doing it. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, guys. That's it. There's 21 million.
Yeah. Well, people got
to 1 million. It's an inevitability.
Yeah, all the money is going on the blockchain. We're talking about quadrillions of dollars globally going onto the blockchain, folks. This is how early you are to the whole thing, you know. And when you see states and governments and pension funds and everything coming into blockchain and crypto, just understand that you got into it before they did. Just understand that you know this information before they do, and just understand why there's some people are saying it's risky and this and that. We are at present state today smarter than the economists and these people who are saying Bitcoin is a scam or it's risky, or they don't understand blockchain technology. They don't understand historical significance and timing, you know, of events throughout history. We're living in history right now. We are living history right now. You see, but some people realize the historicness of the time that we live in, and there are people who don't. And those people who don't realize it, they miss the opportunity. And those of us who do, we create massive generational wealth, and we leave a legacy and a story that lives beyond us.
Man, I don't want to overuse Don DeMarco, but I want to overuse Don DeMarco.
Yeah.
All right.
It's that time, baby. Let's get it.
It keeps getting better. Senator Cynthia Lummis from Wyoming, one of the most crypto-friendly senators we have. Thank God for her. Her bill to buy 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years is headed to the floor for a vote. If passed, the U.S. would hold 5% of all the Bitcoin. We're not going to get too political, but the House Oversight Committee is compelling the following individuals to appear for depositions through issued subpoenas. So get ready. Get your popcorn ready, baby. Get your popcorn ready. Woo!
Let's get it.
Where's the other one? Oh, here it is.
Look, the show just getting started, folks.
That's
a whole live show right there. Go ahead, Mike.
Revoking the security clearances of Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, and that's just the beginning. John Brennan, James Clapper, Susan Rice, Jake Sullivan, Victory Newland, Eric Swalwell, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page. Round of applause. A Don DeMarco for Tulsi Gabbard, guys.
Let's go.
Woo!
Let's go.
Man,
we knew about this stuff for decades. We knew about what was going on with the Clinton Foundation out in Haiti and how they scam people, and even in New Orleans, how they scam out people. All these foundations. We knew about these people the whole time. And it's a lot of people who want to have cognitive dissonance. A lot of people who, you know, want to play favorites and stuff. But we're seeing, you know, this is how you know we in the apocalypse or the end time type scenario, in the sense of the world is not going to end. We're just evolving. We're going to a newer state, a frequency, a vibration. And so things have to get exposed. The corrupt, the wicked, okay, the deceitful, the evil, right? They have to get exposed. This is the exposing of the system, okay? And we're going to see it in every single level, from the highest to the lowest. We got obviously what Mike just pulled up with Hillary Clinton, other people, and then you got the T app. I mean, it don't matter. It's people getting exposed from the highest to the lowest of the rim. That's just the time that we're in right now. So depending on the frequency that you're operating in, you are excited and you're motivated and you look forward to what's to come. Otherwise, you are feeling fearful and doubtful and, less optimistic about your future. But, when you're running with the runners, we know where this is going. We fired up and excited for our future and what we're going to do for other people.
Yeah. And so let's transition to that right now, guys, right? Listen, at this point, if you don't believe in Bitcoin, you don't have any Bitcoin, you don't understand where Bitcoin's going, I don't know if we can help you. You're probably going to get left behind. I'm sorry. But you have a second chance. And I want you guys to understand, we're going to watch this next clip. Data is the new oil. Computer power. Building a network of miners or computers is the new economy. Who controls the digital controls the world, just like oil for the last 100 years. So as I set that up, I want you guys to listen to Tom Lee, who is considered to be one of the most intelligent, strategic financial gurus of our time. And he's going to talk about how MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's company, who just basically owns crazy amounts of Bitcoin, could become the most valuable company on the planet. And the historic lesson he gives here is amazing.
Michael Saylor is changing the reality of the stock market. And the reason is that he probably will end up being potentially the largest company in the stock market. Okay. Especially if Bitcoin goes to 1 million. Yet he doesn't generate GAAP net income to justify it. He's based solely on the value of his balance sheet. And
if you guys are new to this, his balance sheet is Bitcoin. He buys Bitcoin. He issues stock.
There's no revenue.
Yeah. I mean, he does something. I don't even know what he does. It doesn't matter. That's the whole point of this.
Right. Yeah.
But that's not new to history. Because when I graduated college, the biggest stock in the S&P, a top 5 name was ExxonMobil. And it was top 5 for 28 years, 30 years, like an entire generation. Graduated, worked on Wall Street. A top 5 name was a company that was only valued on the value of its oil, not on its net income. So like MicroStrategy is like replacing Exxon in lore, because for a whole generation, people said Exxon was the biggest company, but you don't value it on earnings. Well, MicroStrategy could be one of the biggest companies in the world, and it's valued on its Bitcoin.
Wow.
Mims, can you Mims that maybe just for a minute here while I pull up the next clip? Because I think that might go over a lot of people. We might have to do a whole live on that.
Facts. No, it is. You got to understand, the best way that I could put it is when you realize that the dollar is a declining fiat currency and that we're in a reset where fiat currencies are out of style. It's played out. It's the old. It's worthless. Okay, essentially. So now if you have the dollar and fiat currency and worthless, well, what has value? And then when you have all these paper dollars that are worthless and losing value and credibility and status across the globe, those dollars that are worthless and losing status and credibility are going to go into an asset or assets. And whoever has the most of those assets is going to be the wealthiest. Okay. And so when you have a company that has the most of one of the biggest, most popular digital asset on the planet, on the blockchain, which is Bitcoin, okay, that company is going to be the most valuable company, in the new financial system, because it's not based on dollars anymore. It's based on, like you said, what do you have on your balance sheet? Well, we got Bitcoin, okay? We got more Bitcoin than any other company on the planet. So the best way that you can be like MicroStrategy is buy assets. Take your dollars while they still have value, while they still have credibility, while they still have some status, okay, while has some value, whatever have you, okay, and buy assets. Convert your liabilities into assets, okay? Take your dollars, buy digital assets, buy Bitcoin, buy XRP, buy digital assets, okay? Take your dollars, buy silver, buy physical assets, okay? The more amount of those assets that you have, as the dollar continues to decline in value, and as those who have dollars that are declining in value convert them into something that holds and increases in value over time, those who have those assets already, they're going to increase their wealth significantly. It's very simple. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's not. Take your dollars and buy assets, accumulate those assets, hold on to the assets, and you have more wealth. You won't even have to sell those assets back into dollars because those assets are now collateral to build more wealth, to convert into fiat if you need to. Okay, we're in the big leagues now. Okay, we're talking about your ability to take your money and put your money to work for you so you never have to work for money again. We're talking about taking your money and putting your money to work for you so you make money while you're sleeping. Okay, money, having to work for money is an illusion. It's just a matter of time. So understand that and you know, pick up what we're putting down so you can take care of yourself and your family and future generations to come.
And so here's where I was going with that, guys, is if you know, you're looking at, well, I miss Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin's a little over 100,000 right now. If Bitcoin goes to 1 million, you're looking at a 10x, right? 10xing your money, right? You put in 1,000, buy $1,000 of Bitcoin. If it hits 1 million, you got about 10,000 bucks, right? Great. I'm not telling you not to buy Bitcoin or XRP or anything like that, but this hit me to Mims. This is the last year. Okay. This is the last year of crypto. Now, SPX is just straight up meme coin. So somebody just caught it at the bottom, right? It went up 12,000 plus %. Fartcoin, same thing, a meme coin, 2,000%. But here we have, right, a coin that most of the crypto industry has never even heard of, Texit Coin, going up 3,480%. And we're not just talking about some meme coin, right? We're talking about a layer 1 proof of work blockchain that is buying physical miners to build a decentralized computer network, right? And we essentially use the same technology as Bitcoin, except we're faster and we're cheaper and we have way more upside, right? So we can go to, because we're a layer 1, we have a blockchain explorer. Our market cap is only 103 million. So right now, Texit is worth just over 100 million. Bitcoin is already close to 2.5, 3 trillion. Okay. Yeah. So all we have to do is hit $1 billion market cap to do a 10x from here in Texit, which would put us just around 20 bucks. Yeah. And we've already talked about the path to 16 all the time. Yeah. So Mims, the upside is here. The technology is here. The leaders here in Bobby Gray. Yeah. We have an awesome community. And again, guys, the best part is we don't just have to buy the token, right? We can actually get a miner, a seat on the rocket ship. And again, guys, we're so early. We are just below 13,000 total miners. And when we got in, there was only 5,000. Yep. So you're still early, Mims. We only got a few more minutes. But why do people need to get on this Texit Coin rocket ship as soon as they possibly can?
Look, we changing lives right now. Okay, with Texit Coin, with mining this coin, with helping people create some real significant income, thousands of dollars a week. Okay, and we just getting started. And you know, understand something, that this opportunity right now, you guys are early. If you value anything that we say, anything that we do, we're not going to tell you about this unless we know and believe and have experience what this project and what this opportunity has to offer. And we are telling you that this is something that you want to diversify into, that you want to leverage into, that you want to put yourself in position to benefit from. Okay. Texit Coin is going to be a household name. Okay. Already massive advertisements all over in different places. People are hearing about Texit Coin. When we look at the Texit Coin, we've been watching it since it was pennies, hit an all-time high recently of $2.50. Folks, we got a whole chart showing you how we're going to $16. Okay, this is real deal. This is real physical. Okay, mining. We're talking about state-of-the-art mining facility, next level mining. It don't really get any bigger. It can't get any bigger than this. This is state-of-the-art. Okay, and you guys are still here early. Say what me and Mike are doing with Texit Coin is bigger than anything that we've ever done with any other project in our lives before. And so you guys definitely can understand that we got our finger you know, and on the pulse of this market, on the blockchain and crypto space. And I'm telling you right now, you want to make sure that you are in Texit, that you're plugged into what's going on with Texit, that you're mining Texit coin, that you're a part of the Texit community. So make sure that you get back to whoever shared this video with you, okay? So they can help you start to benefit from what's happening with this decentralized proof of work, layer one, fork of Litecoin blockchain project that is global and that is just getting started. And that's already created millionaires, okay? And more millionaires to come, okay? This is next level. Me and Mike will be a millionaires from Texas, and that's just one of the ways that we're going to crown 7 figures, if you ask me, from what we are and how we are positioned to build real lasting generational wealth. But everybody, in my opinion, should have some exposure and at least know about what we are doing with the Texit project and how it's changing the world.
All right. Last clip here. We got to hear just a minute from our fearless leader, Bobby Gray. And this is huge, man. I'm just going to let him explain it. And then we got to be done in less than 5 minutes.
I'm going to talk about Oklahoma City because we've got a big event coming up for the American Numismatic Association World Money Fair, or World Fair of Money. Money.org is their website. And their big event happens once a year. It jumps all over the country. It's been in Pittsburgh. It's been in Chicago. It's been in Dallas. This year, it's in Oklahoma City. And that's an interesting location because Oklahoma City is the location of the APMEX headquarters. And APMEX is one of the largest gold and silver bullion dealers in the world. And so we are now going to be in their backyard as the title sponsor for the World Fair of Money, or the World Money Fair.
All right, let me break this down, guys. Let me break this down. Okay, that is Bobby Gray, the founder and CEO of Texit. So we have the American Numismatic event meeting there. I don't know where lost my gold and silver, but you guys know numismatics in the case, okay? Gold and silver. That's what Bobby Gray's done, okay? He has been building alternative currency systems. He knows the gold and silver. So we have the American Numismatic people there. They want assets, right? They have money. And then APMEX, one of the biggest online dealers when it comes to gold and silver. They're having their yearly, right, world celebration conference. Guess who is one of the title sponsors of this massive event happening in Oklahoma City? None other than Mims, than Texit and Bobby Gray. I mean, what do you think's gonna happen, guys? Because again, they know Bobby Gray, right? He's been in that industry. He created the American open source currency. So Mims, this is massive. I'll let you go ahead and close this out.
Yeah, no, this is huge, folks. You know, a lot of times, I'm gonna put it like this: you don't know what you don't know, and you won't know unless somebody tells you. Okay. And so we go live every single week because there's a lot of things that people don't know and they aren't aware of. And the world is moving very fast. I think they even said that the earth is spinning faster. Okay. And they also said that the ocean currents have reversed. I mean, there's a lot going on, and most people are living, you know, they're working, they got bills, and they got, you know, family issues, and they got health, all this stuff. They're not aware of really what's going on and where they are in the world. And so it's important that you plug into information like this. But more important than anything, you know, they say knowledge is power, but it's not knowledge that's power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Okay. And so when we share this information with you, it's not just to entertain you, it's to help you understand that this is an opportunity for you to do something that in prior generations could not have been done because of the information that's at the tips of our fingertips, because of access and opportunity and openness that is available to any and everybody, regardless of your age, your color, your creed, your religion, doesn't matter. And so when you look back and you watch these videos and you hear this information in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years have passed, we are documenting the collapse of the debt-based fiat monetary system. Okay, we are documenting the largest and greatest wealth transfer in history. So where you see us today is not where we're going to be tomorrow. And we want to make sure that you are in a greater place tomorrow than where you were yesterday as well. So make sure you get back to the person that shared this video with you. Plug in, tap in, lace up. Let's get wealthy. You're running with the runners.
Hey, amen, brother. All right, guys. I am hopping off this live right onto the Zoom. So if you want to know more about Texit, you want to learn about crypto, blockchain, decentralized finance, staking, I do it free 3 times a week right now. Sunday at 7:45 p.m. Eastern, Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern. There's no excuses. You can join at no excuse. Join at runnerswin.com, runnerswin.com. Mims, I'm going to give us both a Don DeMarco because this live was absolutely fire.
Don DeMarco.
All right. Lace up, guys. We are wealthy.